that they see, I don't know, Ryan Gosling playing their character and think, I did not have Ryan Gosling in mind. I've got an audiobook coming out. And that's kind of an interesting process. I don't know if you've been through that. You know, when you hear someone else voice your characters,
Yeah, I bet that's
you
weird.
see them in a very, because I have very definite voices in my head. I mean, I have voices in my head anyway. That's why I write the kind of books that I write. But I have very definite voices in my head, and his voices, I would say, it was a 60-40. So 60% of them were either yes, that's kind of what I think they would sound like, or it's close enough. And 40 was so radically different that when I first heard the initial 15-minute demo, I was kind of shocked.
Yeah.
And I had to sit there and listen to it and think, because my initial reaction was, no, but she doesn't sound like that. No, and and I kind of dissolved into a puddle on the floor. And then I picked myself up and realized that I was being silly, and this is someone else's interpretation. And of course, they're not going to hear the same voices that I hear. And then I sat and I listened to it, and I thought, is this true to the character? And yes, they were true to the character. They just weren't the way I imagined hearing them. And we tweaked them a bit, and I gave him a few notes, and then he made some changes. But
Yeah.
that's a weird experience. Really fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing how people react to it. But it's a weird experience. I imagine, one day when, of course, it gets made into a film, and I don't know who is starring as whatever, it's probably the same experience for the writer, isn't it then? See, I don't know, Ryan Gosling playing their character and think, I did not have Ryan Gosling in mind when I was writing this character. But, he does a very good job of it.
Yeah.
But it must be semi-disorienting.
I did see, Andy, we were talking about someone asking that exact question.
Yes.
Like, how does it feel? Did they get it like it wasn't your imagination, or like is it weird seeing it different? And he was like, I see everything as blobs when I'm writing. I'm not sure what they look like. So he said when he saw Rocky, he was like, oh, that's what he looks like. Amazing.